So I just want to go record real quick because the last time I did one of these archetype discussion videos, it was about improving an archetype that already knew what it was doing. Aqua Actress knew what it was doing. It wanted to be simple, it relied on its back row, and that's it. They just have a long way of improving. Time Lords, on the other hand, have a few parts of them that are so broken, I don't know why it didn't get fixed when they came out at the start of the Link era of all things. So let's discuss it, shall we? Alright, the problems with Time Lords. They are slow. The trap that's supposed to fix the slowness and their main protection is not searchable. Their monsters are now easy to remove because if this was back in the Synchro era, this would have been very powerful. But Konami released it in the Link era because I don't know. Cannot get out of situations that would be horrible for them because they can only have one monster on the field at a time and they can't go searching for their monsters. If they lose their monsters, they cannot recover anything, and they can't even synchro summon their own monster. Oh boy. Let's go over the first monster. Let's go over the first card. So if I had to give the deck a monster, it would be similar to Time Maiden, and I'd probably either call it Time Servant or Time Ally, because this card would be based on Aporia or Yusei from the anime. It would be a level 1 light fairy monster, tuner, 0 attack, and 0 defense. This monster can only be used as material for the summon of a fairy monster. If there is at least one level 10 or higher fairy type monster on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand to the field. You can target one fairy monster on your side of the field and increase or decrease its level by 1. You can banish this card to add one fairy monster from your graveyard or banish to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. So I'm trying to fix their synchro and recoverability in one swoop because how come Konami has not thought of this yet? Next card. So to fix the searching and getting out what they need at the right moment, I thought of a spell card, a continuous spell, called Rewriting History. Once per turn, you can either discard or send one face-up level 8 or higher monster on your side of the field to the graveyard to add one level 10 monster from your deck, graveyard, or banished to your hand. When a level 8 or higher monster is returned to your deck by its own effect, inflict 500 life points of damage to your opponent. Simple, straightforward, but I bet you're thinking, so wait, Time Lords can't stay on the field, why did you select a level 8? Well, a lot of Time Lords like to replace their own monsters with kaijus. But, for the last card I'm going to suggest, is another reason to run this spell card. So, the last card that I think would help fix the archetype is one extra deck monster. A Link one, of course it is, card called Time Traveler, which would look like Zone from the anime. It is a Link 1 light fairy monster with question mark attack, requires one fairy monster and points down. This monster gains 1000 attack for each Time Lord on the field. If a Time Lord monster was used as material for this card, special summon one Time Lord monster from your graveyard to the zone this card points to. While this monster is in the extra monster zone, you can normal summon one Time Lord monster from your hand without tributing to the zone this card points to. This monster is unaffected by card effects and cannot be destroyed by battle while there is a Time Lord monster in the zone this card points to. You take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. Once per duel, you can pay half of your life points to set and activate this turn one empty machine from your deck to your field. This effect cannot be negated. During your standby phase, if a Time Lord monster would be shuffled to the deck due to its own effect, pay 1000 life points to negate that effect and send one Time Lord from your deck to the graveyard. Essentially, I am trying to fix their survivability, trying to stay on the field. This Link monster is trying to fix so many of their issues in one fell swoop. Because, let's face it, some cards need a sacrifice, and not being able to keep out anything is a bad, it, it just ends bad. And so that is how I would fix Time Lords. And I keep emphasizing fix is because I don't know how to make this deck tier 1 unbeatable, next meta contender deck. Because that's not the goal. The goal is to just make this deck function, make it fun, and just have a good time with it. But if you think that we could improve some areas, let me know down in the comments section if you think some cards are a little bit too strong, if you think that, if you can think of any other effects that would help fix Time Lords, let me know, and hope to see you in the next discussion.